What's the deal, my people? It's Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is The Fate of Gendry, our favorite blacksmith in Season 7. Let's do it.
I'm just a bastard.
The bastard of Robert of the House Baratheon. First of his name, King of the Andals and the First Man. Why do you think the Gold Cloaks wanted you? There is power in a king's blood.
Now to recap Gendry's story real quick, because he's been gone for a little while, for people who have forgot about him. I'm sure you ladies have not forgot about him. But last we seen, he was bagged up by Melisandre, and then eventually saved by Sir Davos, and then put in a canoe, and has been rowing ever since. And that is the last we have heard of Gendry. Now, this next section I'm going to talk about does contain spoilers, so if you do not wish to hear anything about these, I would say skip to this time in the video, and I'll be done with it. Now, we have heard rumors of Gendry's return, and we have seen pictures of fans that have posted pictures of him on the airport, and look, seeing like he was going back to work on Game of Thrones. And then we got these images of him and what appears to be Gendry on King's Landing with Sir Davos and Tyrion, and it seems that Gendry is holding the war hammer of Robert Baratheon. You also shown images of Gendry, Jon Snow, and a bunch of others leaving Dragonstone pushing a canoe, and ironic, he just cannot get away from these goddamn canoes, people. Every time we see him, he's in this goddamn canoe rowboat type situation. And then after that, we've seen an image of a picture of Beyond the Wall and a battle that he is supposedly supposed to take place in Beyond the Wall on some type of frozen lake. Now that brings us to the trailer just released by HBO, and in this trailer we see Jon Snow and his peoples running, doing a mad dash from Beyond the Wall, running away from something. See that whatever they're running away from is more than just a normal white, because when you're running away from something that you know what it is, you don't look back. When you look back, you're looking back because you're amazed that this thing is chasing you. Like, I can't believe this thing is really chasing me. So whatever it is that they're running away from, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a white. It's going to be something bigger and badder than that. Whether it is, I don't know, whatever. I can guarantee you that it's not just a normal white or the Night's King, without a doubt. Now, I'm going to have to put up the spoiler sign for this, because I'm going to have to talk about something real quick or show you a picture. Now, where I think that they are showing this right here is actually this scene. This is where I think they are running to. As you can see, they are running through a tunnel. I think that the tunnel that they're running through, an alleyway, is this alleyway right here. So I think that after this scene where they're running to, they will wind up on this ice river or ice lake right after this scene. From there, I think they end up in this situation right here. And as we can see with them all backing together, back to back, it seems like everyone who has went on this mission with Jon Snow Beyond the Wall has survived. Most of them have at this point. We see that there is a war hammer in this, so that definitely Gendry is with them, and he has survived so far to this point with Jon Snow Beyond the Wall. And I say right now because we have seen, my people, what happens to characters when they disappear for a while and then come back to Game of Thrones.
Tell me everything. All about the Stark boys, who helped them escape, and how she did it.
What kind of an Ironborn loses his senses during a storm?
I am the storm, brother. The first storm and the last. And you're in my way.
So is this the plan for Gendry? Did they just bring him back to kill him off like they do everybody else? Or do they have bigger plans for him? Now, as we know, Gendry in the show is the only surviving Baratheon that we see right now. So he could survive just so he could take over that house and that house does not become extinct. There is also the possibility that since Gendry is a blacksmith, that he could be brought back to forge Valyrian steel swords. Now, I don't know if they're really going to do that, because how many swords can this man forge in this amount of time? I don't expect this to go on very long like it's going to go on in the books. In the books, I think the battle will go on for years, but here they're going to wrap it up within 4 episodes. So I don't know how many swords he'll be able to make, so I don't know if that's a valid point of keeping him alive. Next, before I get into what I think is going to happen to Gendry in this season, I would just like to say that Tony Teflon the Don will be on panels at Con of Thrones, and if you would have to like to support Tony Teflon the Don, get to Con of Thrones, please go to the GoFundMe link in the description box and fund me to get to the con. Donate anything you wish. Anything helps. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if they're not bringing Gendry back to be killed this season, but the good chances they are, right? There's not a doubt about it. Good chances they are. But if they are not bringing him back to be killed, they're only bringing him back for 2 reasons, and it's both the same reason, really. So you could just say one reason, but that is Arya Stark, without a doubt.
They're a family. I've never had a family.
I can be your family.
And I know people say, oh, that's too fairy tales, but believe me, it's going to end good for somebody, man. Not everyone's going to be shitted on in the end. And if they're bringing him back in the books, if Gendry is to marry Arya or be with Arya, that would be the reason why they bring him back. Also, they would bring him back to marry Arya and then reforge ice. Take the 2 Lannister swords and turn them back into ice. Not make a bunch of Valyrian swords, but just to reforge ice. Now, I don't know if they would show that in the show at all, but I think that if he's going to stay alive, there is only one reason for him to stay alive, and that is to be with Arya Stark. If he's going to be her family, that's the reason why he'll be here. Now, I go more into this in my video, Arya Stark Past, Present, Future Breakdown, and I give you more details why I do believe they will be married. So please take a look at that, and you will see exactly why I feel this way. And please put in the comment section what you think is going to happen to Gendry in Season 7. What do you think Gendry's fate is? And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace, and stay sexy.
You wouldn't be my family. You'd be my lady.